You may have noticed I'm a little older than the others who've been out here. There's the brown splotches on the face and such like that. Actually, 5 days from now, October 17th to October 22nd, my 82nd birthday. You clap like that's a good thing. Yeah, it's okay. It's okay. I can accept it. Now, it's been a long life. Generally, I really can't complain about it. I've gotten to see the world, made a reasonable amount of money to be comfortable in my old age and so forth. But, I'm a bit of a whiner, and I do whine about things. No matter how much money you have, not that I have a lot, I don't, but I whine about, I could use more money, I could live in a bigger house, I could have skipped the 4 years of the Trump presidency, I could have an 8-inch penis, there's all sorts of things. But my wife is 94 years old. Yeah. And she was a school teacher, third grade, for 25 years roughly. And she knows how to deal with a younger male acting childish. Usually it's quit your whining, especially if it's about my age, my advancing age. You didn't want to hear anything about that. But I do have one thing that has bothered me for the last 67 years. You see, when I was 15 years of age, I didn't masturbate enough. Now, age 15 for a male is the prime year. That's the year when the angle between that thing we use and our abdomen is only about 15 degrees. After that, it's all downhill. But now, here's the problem. Back then, the 1950s was not a wank-positive era. It was definitely wank-negative. God was watching. And he was one mean son of a bitch. Actually, he's a motherfucker, that's what he was. If you wanked too much, he would smite you. Now, smite is a biblical word. It occurs in the Old Testament 113 times. I can't name all of the times, but there's plagues and there's boils and sores and erectile dysfunction. No, just not that one. But he would smite you. And his preferred method of smiting we wankers was to cause hair to grow on the palms of your hands. So the idea was, how do we get around this? The consensus was that the hair would begin to grow at about 4 times a day. Now we wondered, okay, if that's the case, maybe we can accept having hair grow on one palm. I'm right-handed, so we'll use that one. And we can just put that palm in the pocket. But we got to be thinking about that. I mean, let's say that somebody needs a little help and you say, oh, here, I'll give you a hand. And they say, sure, just grab this box and carry it in. And so I'm trying to figure out, how do I, doesn't have a handle on it? And they say, use both hands. I only have one hand? But the other things that we need clarification on the details of this thing. Like, for example, was that 4 times a day cumulative, combination of the left hand and the right hand? Or was it 4 times a day for one hand and 4 times a day for the other hand? Because if that was the case, we had it made. 3 times with this hand, 3 times with this hand, 6 times a day, we're good. Not an uncommon goal for 15-year-olds, in my time at least, but we didn't know. And then there was the fact of what do you do if you start with this hand and you finish with this hand? Does that increment the wank count of both hands or just the one hand? I'm 82 years old, I'm terribly drunk, and I gotta go take a leak. Bye-bye.